Masombuka is our reporter who was at that meeting, and she's with us now from Pretoria. Karabo, good evening to you. What did the minister say to these ambassadors from countries around Africa?
Good evening, Stephen. Good evening to the viewers as well. The Minister of International Relations, Naledi Pandor, has offered to reconvene a committee of the South African government and the diplomatic community, especially the African communities, in order to tackle issues of safety and security, getting security apparatus involved to prevent these attacks from happening. She has assured the ambassadors that the government is doing all that it can to try and eradicate this problem, to try and stop these attacks from happening. And the ambassadors, the Dean of Ambassadors, Mr. Ben Mboko, said that although the minister has called on this meeting, it is also important for them as the counterparts to embark on this on these strategies to solve these matters. He said that this is not a matter facing South Africa alone, but it affects them as well as African ambassadors. So they will try by all means to support South African government and see how they go forward in solving and tackling this issue of xenophobic attacks.
Karabo, what does our Minister of International Relations, Dr. Pandor, what does she blame this violence on? What does she say is responsible for it?
I beg yours?
What does she say is responsible for this violence? Why are we seeing this violence? What does Dr. Pandor think is causing the attacks that we've seen?
Oh, Stephen, although she did not dwell much on that, we remember that these attacks started 2 weeks ago in Pretoria when there was a taxi driver who was shot after trying to prevent a foreign national from selling drugs to one of South African locals. So when the foreign national retaliated to that, and that was what caused these whole attacks. And since then, people have been on their feet. Taxi drivers last week were on this matter, trying to solve it, asking for the government to please assist and stop illegal dealings, stop foreign officials from doing illegal dealings in the country, in South Africa. And we remember that now the death toll has risen to 12. And yeah, a lot of cities and towns are being affected in Gauteng by these attacks.
Karabo Masombuka, our reporter in Tshwane tonight. Thank you very much indeed.